Hello A plus traders, welcome again to another weekly market forecast. This is for the month of March, the week of 23rd to 27th. So here are the fundamentals for the week ahead, and also keep in mind the coronavirus is still affecting the market. We have interest rate for NZD and also interest rate decision for pound. So these are the major events for the week ahead. From Tuesday we will have major events. Alright, let's just jump into the charts. But before we jump in, if you are yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, kindly do that now. Go to YouTube, click on search for A Plus Trading Hub and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our weekly market forecasts. Alright, so let's start with Euro AUD. So we start from the weekly. Last week we got a good price rejection from the 1.8915 zone. So price traded all the way up here and closed below the zone. So this week we are looking for selling opportunities on Euro AUD. So here is the 4-hour chart, and you can see price also carved a bearish engulfing candle up here. Look at the bearish engulfing candle there. So we are looking for more selling opportunities back to the 1.6343 zone. This week we want to see price trade lower back to S2. So price may drop immediately once the market opens, or we may see price push up a little bit then drop again. I'm more interested selling from here. So I'll wait for price to push up, reach here before I take my sell position. So that is what we have on Euro AUD. We look at the next one, Euro CAD. Start with the weekly. Alright, so we are still long-term bullish on Euro CAD. Price have carved an inverted hammer for the past 2 weeks. You look at the inverted hammer. Here is the inverted hammer. For the past 2 weeks, price have carved an inverted hammer. So these are signs that we may still see some push to the downside before the uptrend continues. So let's head to our entry time frame, which is the 4-hour time frame, and see what price is doing. Okay, so here is the 4-hour time frame. You can see that price is technically carving an expanding triangle. This is a corrective structure. We may see price moving in this formation till a final break to the upside. Right now, since we are long-term bullish, we want to look for buying opportunities in the market. Here is where we have our entry, so you can take a buy opportunity once the market open from there, and your take profit should be at the R2 up here, but also bear in mind price may decide to make one more move to the downside slowly, hits the S1, then push up again. So I'm looking for buying opportunities on Euro CAD. So that is for Euro CAD. Let's look at the next pair, Euro JPY. So I'm still short-term bearish on Euro JPY. This is the structure we have. You see last week price closed as a doji here. You see, closes as a doji and below that key zone here. So that is a key zone. So let's look at our entry time frame, the 4-hour, to see current price actions and how we are going to trade this pair for this week. Here we are, price closed below the PP. Right now what we are having here looks like a corrective move. Okay, let me use a trend line to plot that out. Seeing this corrective move down here. Alright, so we're looking for bearish opportunities, we want to sell. We are going to sell from current market price back to the bottom at the S2. So this week we want to sell to S2, though we may still see price make a little push and tap this top again before dropping to S2. So I'm bearish on Euro JPY for this week. So look for selling opportunities on your own entry time frame. My entry time frame is the 4-hour. So that is why I'm a swing trader. So that is why you see I'm doing my analysis on the 4-hour, my entry on the 4-hour time frame. So we sell to S2. Let's look at another chart here. Euro Swiss francs. Alright, so this is the structure we have here, and price is still within the buyer's zone. And let's look at the 4-hour entry time frame. So this is the lower time frame, and we are seeing that buyers are stepping into the market. See, series of bullish impulse. The same bullish impulse all over here. So I will still look for buying opportunities on this pair. For this week, I want to see price push up to R2. So here is my target for the week. But bear in mind, price may still decide to slide a little bit down to S2 before pushing up to R2. So that is the forecast on Euro Swiss francs for this week. Let's look at another pair, pound dollar. Now let me show you something on pound dollar on the monthly. This is the monthly market structure on pound dollar. I've shown you this chart severally, and the structure is still valid. We expected price to still make one more push to this point before dropping, but the market is always right, price is always correct. But all of a sudden we see price turning from here and it's back to the bottom again. So from this bottom, we're still going to look for buying opportunities, and bear in mind this week we have the pound interest rate decision, so you may see strength in the pound. Okay, from what I'm seeing here, they are not going to cut interest rate. They are looking at increasing the interest rate decision. So if pound should increase their interest rate, fine. That means we may see good strength on all the pound pairs across board. So back to our analysis on pound dollar. Right, this is the weekly. We see a little rejection from this bottom. There's a little rejection here. So and price is still within the buyer's zone. So let's look at the entry time frame. This is what we have on the 4-hour, the entry time frame. Price closed slightly below S2 and rejected S3. There is the S3 there, and it's pushing up. So we want to see price push close above the 1.191 zone this week and head towards the 1.26939. What you should look for is once market opens, look for buying opportunities. Take a buy position, and your target should be at 1.2693 zone. That should be your target. But if you should see price push a little bit little bit down to 1.1400 zone, and you get bullish impulse from the bottom there, then you take another buy trade to the upside. Okay, so that is your forecast for the week on pound USD and GBP USD. Alright, let's look at another one, pound yen. All the pound pairs have similar structures. So you can see also on pound yen, price approached this bottom. This bottom is a key zone. It has been holding since as far as 2016. So you see it's a very, very strong buyer zone. Once price approached there, we had a strong rejection from that bottom. So this gives us a strong bias that price is going to, push up again back to this top in the coming weeks or months. So we look at entries for our, here is the 4-hour chart. Here this is the 4-hour chart, and you can see down here we had good rejections on the 4-hour, and price have already make a move. And I haven't taken a trade on this pair yet for this week, but if I was following up this chart, I would have taken a trade after the breakout of this correction on the lower time frame. So we expect price to retest, push up from here to back to R2. So our target for the week is 140.091. But if price don't just move immediately to that top, just wait for it to push down, retest 126.16, then you take that trade to the upside. It's better to buy from the lows here. So if we are buying from here at the current market price, you make sure you take a small risk. Okay, take a small risk, because price may still drop low, like carve a double bottom, this will be the neckline before pushing to the upside. So that is for pound yen. So we look at another currency. We look at pound AUD. Alright, so this is pound AUD, GBP AUD. Series of rejections for the past 2 weeks, inverted hammer, and these are strong signs of price pushing back down to the trend line support here. Simple price action, we go to 4-hour time frame to spot our entries. Here is the 4-hour chart. We want to see price drop to S2 this week. We want to see price drop to S2 this week, which is also the 1.8801 zone. Okay, so you depending on your trading personality or your trading style, you can go to your entry time frame, look for your entries, but make sure you are selling pound AUD this week. But since we have the interest rate decision on pound, maybe the first few days of this week, we may see price pushing slightly upward to retest this top again, to tag this top again, tag this top. So if price pushes up and tag this top, you sell from there, and your final target should be at this zone, the 1.88001 zone. I'm more interested selling. Why I'm not interested buying? If you should look at the distance, if you are buying from the current market price, where will your target be? Your target will be at this top here. Now look at the distance here. Now let me pick up this tool, calculate the distance from current market price to the top there. That is about 700 pips. Then from the current market price to S2, that is about 1000, over 1000 pips. So where do we have more room for price to run to? It's to the bottom. Also, anytime you are doing an analysis or a market scanning the chart, you just have it in mind that price tends to break out to where it has enough space to run on the long term. So I'm more interested in selling than buying at the moment. So if I see price push up, I'll just know it's tagging this top, then I'll wait for bearish impulse from here or rejection, then I sell back down to S2. But if you can see impulse from here correct, then you join it down to S2. So that is your analysis on pound AUD. We look at USD card and we start from the weekly. So in the past 2 weeks, we see price trending higher, and it has rejected the 1.4600 zone. This is a nice rejection here, so this gave us good confidence that price is going to sell. So right now we'll be looking for selling opportunities on USD card. So we look at the 4-hour time frame, which I use to scan my entries. 4-hour. Right, so here is the 4-hour time frame. I want to see price pushed back down again to S1. So our trade for this week, we want to see price push down to S1. So already we have an inverted hammer here, so you can sell down to S1. But though we can still see price push a little bit, tag this top to form a double top, then drop down to the S1. So we are bearish for this week on USD card. I'm more interested selling the USD card. Apart from that, we know the oil prices are down already, and we are seeing oil trading at $20 per barrel, and it's at the bottom. So you know, if oil is at the bottom, we are expecting some bounce for the price to try to increase gradually. So if the price increases gradually, we will see more strength on the card. So that will give strength on the card, and with that we are going to be very okay selling the USD card. So let's look at another currency pair. Which one are we looking at? Alright, NZD USD. Alright, this pair we were last week, okay, 2 weeks ago, we were looking to buy from this zone because it's a buyer's zone, but it seems price have closed below there and retested. So we don't predict the market, rather we follow price actions. So if you should look at this chart on the monthly, we know the next key zone is below. Look at the next key zone here. The next key zone is 0.9715. so that is the next key zone. So I won't be surprised if I see price trend down, tag this bottom before pushing up again. I won't be surprised if price does that. So this will now be a bigger correction here, down here. This will now be a bigger correction down here like this, but let's just wait for price to do that first. Since we have seen price break below here, we are going to continue selling it down. We want to see something like a bearish flag before we sell it down to the 0.49715. So let's go to our entry time frame and see how we can jump in on this trade for this week and take some good profit out of it. Alright, so here is the 4-hour. We want to sell to the bottom. Price can push down to this bottom once the market open, or we can see a little bit push up to this zone, then drop again. So whatever price do this week, just make sure you don't miss the sell trade on this pair, because we are going to see that sell move on this pair. So don't miss that sell move. Also, I'm looking forward to sell. Alright, so if I don't see price breaking below this bottom here, if I don't see price breaking below this bottom here, I'll wait for price to push up. So I see something like a bearish flag, something like this, yeah. Price push up again, retest, then I'll sell to the bottom there. So that is your forecast on NZD USD. Let's look at AUD JPY. AUD JPY price broke below the key support zone there, and we had a very nice retest, and it's still trending down. So we are going to continue to sell to 56.447. So let's go to our entry time frame and see how we can take a trade for this week. This is what we have here. So price is moving on a downtrend. It's moving on a downtrend. Let me use trend line to plot that out, but it may look cloudy here. But let me just do that for you. Okay, look at it. You see price is moving down there. So here is, once the market open, you can sell from here, from the current market price, and your stop loss should be at the PP there. Stop loss should be at the PP, and your TP should be at the 56.447 zone, so which is the S5 too. So we want to sell to this bottom. So that is a good trade. It's a good trade. At least 1:3. Risk to reward ratio is 1:3. But if you don't see price selling immediately, selling down, you are seeing it push up a little bit, wait for it, just allow it push up, retest the PP, give you a good price rejection, then you sell from there to the bottom. So that is your forecast for this week on AUD/JPY. Let's look at another currency pair. Let's look at gold. First, let's look at the monthly time frame on gold. You see, the monthly time frame is very, very clear on gold. Look at this rejection here, and price is trending down and it's moving inside this channel you have here. So if you are a long-term investor, you can sell gold at least for the next let's say for the next 4 to 5 months. We may see it push down till we reach this trend line support there. So, but for short-term traders, the intraday traders, the swing traders like me, let's go to 4 hours and see how we can. Okay, so here we are on the 4-hour time frame. We want to sell gold at least back to S2. So here is our trade for the week. We want to look at selling opportunities. We want to sell back to S2, which is the 1367.13 zone. That will be our target for the week. But I'm not really interested selling from the current market price, because I'm seeing this series of rejections here. So price needs to retest the PP before selling. So I'm going to wait for price to push up and retest the 1600 price zone before I start looking for my selling opportunities. So on gold, I'm going to lie low between Monday and Tuesday. I'm going to wait for price to push up, reach here, then I'll take my sell opportunities from there. But if you're an aggressive trader, you don't want to wait for price to push up to this point before you sell. You can as well sell from the current market price, and your target should be at the 1367 zone. So that's what we have on gold. Let's jump in on another currency. Okay, let's look at BTC, Bitcoin. Okay, we have a bullish rally on this on Bitcoin, and it's still valid. So let's look at a short-term opportunities where we can trade. Okay, this is what we have on the 4-hour. See, this is a bearish flag trying to appear down here. This is a corrective move here. So we see one more push to the downside, push up again before this. So these are my projections on Bitcoin. Bitcoin will push up and tag the 7,500 price zone, then find its way back to 3,487.89 price zone before the next move to the 15,000, 19,000 zone. So for this week, look for short-term selling opportunities on Bitcoin. Watch out for price to break below this bearish flag, correct, then drop. But I'm not interested at selling at the current market price. I want to see price reject the R1. That will be the 8,000 price zone. I want to see a rejection from the 8,000 price zone before I sell. So I will wait for price to do this, push up to 8,000, then I'll sell from here. Sell from there back to the 3000 price zone. So that is my projection, and stop loss can be at this point here. So that would be a good trade. The risk to reward is at least more than 1:3. That let's say 1:4, 1:5. So that is a good trade there. But if you're an aggressive trader, you can take a sell at the current market price and wait for it to drop to S, or you take a short-term buy trade. Once it reaches there, take off the profits and wait for it to drop. So that is what we have on Bitcoin. Let's look at Nasdaq. Right, Nasdaq have crashed for the past almost 1 month now. Nasdaq have been pushing down, and it's at the bottom. And I wanted to approach the 6,163 price zone before I start looking for buying opportunities. So I'll still sell Nasdaq on short term on the daily for this week. So let's look at the 4-hour for entries. So this is the 4-hour time frame. I want to sell to S2. I will be selling to S2. So go to your lower time frame, look out for corrections, something like this, like a bearish flag, then sell it. After the correction, you sell to the 61-63 price zone, and your stop loss can be here if you are an aggressive trader. But if you're a bit conservative, you can take your stop loss there, but that is a bit wide. So here it's reasonable enough. Or you can see price still push up a little bit to tag the PP. When you get a rejection from the PP, you sell to 61-63 zone. So we are looking for short-term selling opportunities on Nasdaq. That is all we can cover for this week Forex forecasts. This is the week of 23rd to 27th of March. And thank you for going through this. If you have a friend who is a trader, don't hesitate to share this video with him or her so that you can also learn and make profit as you are also making profit from the market. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, A Plus Trading Hub YouTube channel. So go to YouTube, type in A Plus Trading Hub, it pops up, and you subscribe so you don't miss our weekly Forex forecast. We do this every Sunday, and also very soon we'll be having lots of educative materials for you, so I don't think you want to miss that too. So thank you. Also have in mind the fundamental events for the week. Focus is on NZD and pound, the interest rate decision. So there are so many controversies like surrounding the interest rate decision, the pandemic that is happening globally, so they may be forced to cut interest rates, especially pound may want to cut the interest rate. The UK may want to cut the interest rate, but let's just watch out and see what will happen in the market. Thank you for your time. Subscribe to the channel A Plus Trading Hub. Have a peaceful week ahead. Bye.